Imagine this. You're in a relationship. Everything feels normal. Until suddenly, it doesn't. She pulls away, gets quiet, looks at her phone more than at you, and you're left spinning. What did I do wrong? Did I miss something? That tension in your chest? That confusion in your mind? That's not random. It's a program. Not a conscious plan by her, but a biological script written over millions of years. Every man has felt it. The sense of being controlled, without proof. The sense of being tested without understanding the rules. It feels personal, but it isn't. It's biology at work. Here's the hard truth. Women deploy unconscious tactics that manipulate emotions. Not because they're villains, but because evolution wired them to test for strength. The tragedy is that most men fail the test. Why? Because they seek approval instead of building unshakable frame. They confuse manipulation for love and neediness for commitment. So tonight, we're gonna break the code. You'll see the 6 psychological tactics women use without knowing it. And more importantly, you'll learn how to build immunity. Because this isn't about blaming women. It's about reclaiming your sovereignty. About becoming a man so anchored in total presence that no emotional storm can move you. The 6 tactics and the hidden tests behind them. Tactic 1, withdrawal and emotional distance. One day, she's warm. The next, she's ice. No explanation, just short answers and silence. Your brain goes into panic mode. What changed? Did I upset her? Should I fix it? You chase, you over-explain, you apologize for things you didn't even do. But this is not punishment. It's a test of your emotional stability. Her biology is measuring, will he crumble if I pull away, or will he hold steady? If you chase, you fail. You show that your state depends on her mood. If you stay calm, you pass. You show zero despair. Tactic 2, mirroring and false compatibility. In the beginning, she's your perfect match. She loves your music, shares your hobbies, wants the same future. It feels magical, too good to be true. That's because it is. Not out of malice, but survival. Her biology adapts to hook your investment. Once she feels secure, her real self emerges. This is why many men wake up 6 months later asking, where did the girl I met go? The test here? Whether your unshakable frame depends on external validation. If you built your life around her early mirroring, you collapse. If you built your life around your mission, you adapt. Tactic 3, guilt deployment and responsibility transfer. She's upset, sad, disappointed, and somehow it's always your fault. Not directly said, but implied. This tactic weaponizes your desire to protect and provide. Her biology knows, if he makes himself responsible for my feelings, I control him. The test? Whether you can love without surrendering auto-validation. The man who apologizes for everything trains himself into weakness. The man who listens but refuses to carry emotions that aren't his proves sovereignty. Tactic 4, hot and cold cycles. She's fire today, ice tomorrow. Warmth, then distance. Intensity, then silence. This creates intermittent reinforcement, the same mechanism that makes gambling addictive. You never know when the jackpot of affection will hit again, so you chase. But the deeper function, another test. Her biology is asking, can he stay centered even when I fluctuate, or is his stability fragile? Fail, and you become an addict to her mood. Pass, and you radiate silent charisma, because your energy doesn't beg. Tactic 5, suggestion and indirect influence. She doesn't command, she implies. Sarah's boyfriend bought her flowers yesterday. I saw this dress online I really liked. She plants seeds, you water them. And you think the action was your idea. It's not manipulation in the cartoon sense. It's biology guiding her to secure resources. The test? Whether you can spot the frame shift. If you can say, I'll decide what I give when I give it, you maintain total presence. If you blindly follow suggestions, you become her shadow. Tactic 6. Love bombing. In the beginning, she floods you with validation. You're amazing. I've never felt this way before. We're meant to be. It feels intoxicating, like destiny. But biologically, it's about rapid attachment. Once secured, the intensity drops. The test? Whether you mistake intensity for permanence. If you cling to the early high, you'll chase it forever. If you see through it, you keep unshakable frame no matter how the tide shifts. Beyond these 6, there are countless variations. Sarcasm disguised as jokes, silent treatments, withholding intimacy, but all operate on the same principle. Testing your stability, not consciously, not maliciously, but unconsciously, like a stress test. Just as the military throws recruits into chaos to see who holds under fire. Fail, and you're marked as unreliable. Pass, and you're seen as a man who cannot be shaken. Here's the paradox. She's not trying to hurt you. Her biology is asking, are you strong enough to handle me, the storms of life, and the chaos of reality? That's why these tactics keep happening, not to break you, but to measure you, to see if you're a man who leads or a boy who follows. The path to immunity. Step 1, recognition. Learn to spot the pattern. When she pulls away, when she guilt trips, when she goes hot and cold. See the script, not the drama. Step 2, emotional independence. Her storms don't move your sky. You hold zero despair. Step 3, alternative validation. Mission, brotherhood, fitness, creation. You become so whole that her approval is nice, but never necessary. Step 4, boundaries. Say no, hold your line. Every time you refuse to bend to pressure, you reprogram the dynamic. Do this and you transform. You stop being the man addicted to her moods. You become the man immune to unconscious control. And something incredible happens. The women who crave control leave. The women who crave partnership stay. Because when she sees that her unconscious tactics don't work on you, she has to evolve. She has to meet you at the level of conscious communication. This is the ultimate paradox. The less controllable you are, the more attractive you become. Not to everyone, but to the ones worth your time. Weak men attract drama. Strong men attract respect. So your mission isn't to fight her, it's to master yourself. To build total presence so unshakable that love becomes choice, not chain. Picture this. She withdraws, you stay calm. She guilt trips, you smile, refuse the weight. She goes hot and cold, you remain steady fire. That is unshakable frame. That is psychological sovereignty. That is the man who cannot be moved. And that is the man who earns respect because he respects himself first. Comment below, which of these 6 tactics have you seen most in your life? And, more importantly, how are you building your immunity? Because the invisible war is real, but when you see the strings, they can't control you anymore. Choose clarity. Choose sovereignty. Choose love by choice, not by trap.